I, 28F, honestly don't know if I'm losing my mind, or if my landlord, 52M, has been slowly making my life unlivable on purpose, so I'm posting here because I need outside perspective. I've been renting this place for almost 3 years. I've always paid on time, kept everything clean, barely ever contacted him unless something actually broke. At first he seemed fine, quiet, a bit formal, but normal. Things started changing around the time he told me he was buying a home and needed to start preparing the property for future sale or transfer. That's when the passive-aggressive behavior started. It was small at first. He'd show up for routine inspections without notice, then act surprised I was home, like I was the inconvenience. He'd leave sticky notes instead of speaking to me directly. Things like, interesting choice of furniture placement, or, hope you enjoy living like this. I brushed it off as him being socially awkward. Then it escalated. He started blaming me for things that were already broken. A leaking tap I'd reported months earlier suddenly became neglect on my end. He'd send messages implying I was emotionally reactive whenever I pushed back. The weirdest part was when he insisted on meeting me at a wedding venue. Yes, a literal wedding venue cafe nearby to discuss lease renewal terms in a neutral space. I thought it was bizarre, but I went because I didn't want conflict. That meeting is where everything shifted. He brought printed evidence of alleged damage in the house. Photos that looked like my place, but weren't. Different angles, different furniture. When I pointed that out, he smiled and said I was misremembering due to stress. I left that meeting feeling genuinely unsettled. But the real twist came 2 weeks later. I found out from a neighbor that he had been telling other tenants I was preparing to abandon the property without notice, and emotionally unstable regarding housing transitions. None of that was true. Even worse, I later discovered he had been in contact with the real estate agent handling his home purchase, framing me as a difficult tenant so he could justify sudden rent increases or early termination pressure. When I confronted him, he didn't deny it. He just said he was under a lot of emotional pain from family issues, and that I should understand how stress changes people's behavior. Then he asked me if I could be more accommodating while he closes this chapter of his life. Now I'm stuck. My lease technically protects me, but living here feels like I'm being psychologically worn down on purpose. So I need to ask, am I overreacting, or is this actually as manipulative as it feels?